My sisters and mother both told me how my dad would sit and cry on Christmas, and saying the only thing that could fix this is if, make this a more perfect Christmas is if Mickey walked in the door, And my children never celebrated Christmas with their grandparents. Mother would send up dolls and write notes. Please, I know you're not going to give these dolls to the children, but at least let them see them. And, just even the gifts that they sent. They had only certain things that they could play with, Legos and certain toys like that.
How did your family react when you did finally come out?
Well, my mother was ecstatic. So was but I think my sisters were apprehensive. So was my brother. I'd been around 18 years.
You didn't know them.
You were.
I didn't know them anymore. They
Same
didn't
with
know
me.
They remembered me from years ago.
And you too, Jim.
Right. Yeah. And you missed, the times when your dad was in the hospital, or your mom got dog bit and had to be laid up with 28 stitches in her leg, and you weren't there for them, and they know that, and there's no way to fix that. Doesn't matter what you do now.
I'll tell you the real devastation. The effect is, and cause, is that I didn't have the right to choose. You talk about mind control. I don't know if you've spoken with a man named Steve Hassan. He's written a fabulous book on the subject. But I was definitely under mind control, because I'm not a person who easily gives up my will. But I thought that I was doing God's will. But it was slowly, it's like a ship here in the ocean, and it's just floating, and if you don't tie it down or anchor it, it's just going to drift. And that's how you drift into mind control. You're just in the community. You're attracted by the absolute wonderful life and the friendliness of the people that you see. You don't know really what's going on inside of them, how bad they're suffering, because they're not going to let you see that. They would get in trouble for that.
Right, for the fear that motivates them.
Fear that motivates
They put the smile on their face.
But you drift slowly into it, and all of a sudden you find yourself ensnared in it. You get married. You start having children. And you're there, and you don't know how to get out of it. I contemplated 10 years trying to figure out if it was the truth anymore or if it wasn't. Trying to talk to my wife about it, if we should stay there. And finally I just had to leave because she wouldn't leave. I just had to leave and go try to start a life.
Did she stay?
Oh yeah, she's still there.
She's still there.
Yeah, she's one of the most respected members worldwide of all their communities.
The group says that this is their answer to all the criticisms, that this is a hard and a demanding life, and it's not for everyone. Is it possible that this was just not the life for you?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
The test for that would be by the community's own criteria for judging would be, which was a major teaching when I was there, judge a tree by its fruit.
Oh yeah.
And if the fruit is rotten, the tree itself is rotten. And so in answer to that question, is it just not for everyone? They proclaim that it's for everyone on the earth.
Oh yeah.
And that if it's you're not there, then you are, going to be destroyed spiritually and physically both. And because you don't have the protection of their God, which He only grants to them. And the fruit of that has been people have committed suicide after having contact with the community, and they felt so bad that they couldn't measure up to the obedience to Gene Spriggs that was demanded, that they killed themselves. Children have left their parents. Families, the basic unit of relationships, man and his wife, has totally been destroyed over and over again. And the very things that the community promotes as the greatest good, which is personal relationships, is not allowed to develop or flower, even between a married couple. And so how much destruction does it, for the person, let's say the community is not meant for the couple who sells their home, moves in, stays